Hey, friend, welcome back to Mindset Medicine, the podcast where healing isn't about fixing what's broken. It is finally about freeing what has been buried. I am your host, Dr. Tanya B., your emotional rehab expert, mindset medicine woman, and lighthouse voice, reminding you you do not owe anyone your exhaustion. You don't have to earn your right to rest. And today's episode, we are cracking open one of the biggest myths that we have inherited, and that is the myth of the martyr. Hey there, my sister, my friend. Welcome to the Dr. Tanya B podcast with me, Dr. Tanya B. I am here to help you be your best, most authentic self, your life, your way. We're going to talk everything self-care, self-love, mindset, and personal growth with a splash of hippie woo. I am proud of you for giving yourself this time today, so let's not waste time and let's dig in. How many of you were raised on this belief that the more you give, the more you're worth? You have to earn your keep. That to be a good woman, a good daughter, a good partner, a good mom meant that you're always going to be tired, freaking exhausted all of the time, but expected to smile through that, right? Like you're going to be tired, but you better be smiling. You are saying, I'm fine, when you are not. You are holding everyone else's world together while yours quietly crumbles. No? That was just me? Yeah, I don't think so. This isn't just a vibe. It is a damn epidemic. It's been handed down for generations. We watched our mothers abandon themselves, and all in the name of love. We learned that emotional loyalty means self-erasure. And we were taught to wear burnout like a badge of honor. But here's the truth. You don't have to bleed to be worthy of love. When you live in this mode, this always pouring, never receiving, your nervous system doesn't know how to settle itself. You stay stuck in this sympathetic activation, the fight, flight, or fawn loop. You overfunction because it's how you've kept yourself safe. You avoid rest because your body literally does not trust it. And then over time, that chronic tension becomes the background noise of your life. This isn't just mindset, it's biology. You are not weak. You, my friend, are wired for survival in a system that demanded your silence. And I need you to hear me say, I didn't always know this. I did not always know this. I lived most of my life in martyr mode, like major martyr mode. I gave everything to everyone all of the time. I was the reliable one, the strong one, the helper, the fixer. I wore that identity like it was my armor because it felt safer than saying, I need help or this is too much. And honestly, it worked for a while. Well, I mean, for a really long time until it didn't. Something shifted for me about the time that I turned 50. Maybe it was just the wisdom of turning 50, the rage, the liberation of finally realizing that I've already earned my keep. I don't have to keep proving to belong here. It was like I entered this crone era and like suddenly I have zero freaking tolerance for people who expected me to keep giving while they continue to mistreat me and disrespect me and the very boundaries that I was using to try to keep myself sane. So, my friend, no more bleeding for other people's comfort. No more smiling while slowly disappearing. No more relationships, professional or personal, that reward me for being small, silent, self-sacrificing. And let me be clear. I see the people who make life harder for others just to serve themselves. I used to make excuses for them. Now, I make space away from them. I call it out. This chapter of my life, it is mine, it is clear, it is protected, and that is what I want for you. You know that you are stuck here in this place if you are feeling guilty for asking for help, if you are downplaying your needs because other people have it worse, if you are constantly tired but can't stop, if you get resentful but never say anything about that, or even if you apologize for taking up space, or maybe you just feel physically uncomfortable doing nothing. It's too much. This is not your fault. It's conditioning. It's culture. It's your mother's story. Her lineage is echoing in your nervous system. But now you get to choose. Do I want to keep doing this, or does this end with me? Let's bring in the acknowledgement step of my ASRM protocol. This is where the healing begins. So ask yourself, where did I learn that suffering equals love? Where did I learn where suffering equals love? Who benefits when I stay quiet, small, or overextended? What would it feel like to stop performing worthiness? What would it feel like to stop performing worthiness? Write it down. Speak it out loud. Let it rise without judgment, because acknowledging the pattern is the first act of this emotional rebellion. And here's what I want you to know. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to walk away from relationships or jobs or dynamics that do not honor you or your boundaries. You are allowed to become the woman who gives from overflow, not from obligation. You are allowed to outgrow the people who only loved you when you were useful to them. This is what happens when the martyr becomes her true, authentic self. No titles, no masks, just her real, radiant self. Not because she's done loving, but because she finally loves herself enough to stop the bleeding. This is what happens when the martyr becomes her truest self. Not a fixer, not a savior, not a performer of worthiness. Just her bare, bold, and finally honest self. This is the moment when the mask falls away, when you stop saying yes because you're afraid of being abandoned, when you stop overgiving to be seen as good, when your worth is no longer measured by how selfless you can be and how you serve others, and only how you serve others. Because here's the radical truth. They don't teach us growing up. You don't have to be selfless to be loved. You don't have to be exhausted to matter. You don't have to bleed to be beautiful. When the martyr becomes her truest self, she stops confusing being needed with being valued. She no longer shrinks herself to keep others comfortable. She no longer sacrifices peace for approval or intuition for tradition. She sees her time as sacred, her energy as currency, her voice as holy. She becomes a woman who protects her peace with the same ferocity she once used to protect everyone else's comfort. She becomes the one who no longer apologizes for her too much, because she finally realizes that what was her power all along. She doesn't just break the cycle. She rebuilds the rhythm. She doesn't just set boundaries. She lives as one. She is no longer a well that others draw from until she is dry. She is the ocean, vast, sovereign, and whole unto herself. She does not love less. She just loves from a place that doesn't require her to disappear. She's not bitter. She's not clear. She's not angry. She is awake. That is the medicine, my friend. She is you. She is you. If that hit you in the gut, in the heart, in the bones, good. Let it. That is not discomfort. That's truth making its way to the surface. And you don't have to move through it alone. If you are ready to break the cycle of burnout and become the woman you were always meant to be, not just for them, but for you, I've got 2 invitations for you. The first is the Anxiety Reset Toolkit. You can download it at www.drtanyab.com/anxiety. This is your practical, soul-centered guide to calming the chaos and reclaiming your nervous system, one breath at a time. Or you can join us inside the Resilience Lab. This is where high-achieving, big-hearted women are doing the deep work of releasing performance, rewriting their story, and rising together. You don't have to perform to belong here. You just have to show up. All of the links are in the show notes. If you need something more personal, then book a discovery call with me. It's free. We can walk this path, just you and me. Because, friend, you are not too much. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are becoming. And I am so damn proud of you for staying with the work. Until next time, I love you.